So here's an unpopular opinion, and some of you might disagree with me, some of you might agree with me. If you disagree, go ahead and leave it down below so we can have an open discussion about this and we can figure out what it is that makes you disagree with me. So, your 20s are not for you to have fun. Your 20s are not for you to go out and party and prioritize drinking, prioritize having fun with friends. Your 20s are the years where you have the most energy, the most vigor for life. Your 20s are not to be wasted on stupid stuff. Your 20s are literally to build the foundation. You're laying down the foundation for the rest of your life. So when you're 30, you can sit back and you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, and you can choose to continue to work, but you don't have to work. You don't have to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life and have to live a life waiting on a paycheck every 2 weeks. Your 20s are now the time for you to grind, put your head down, learn some skills, invest time into things. See, I have over 500 videos. This is an investment of my time every single day. And even though I don't get paid from YouTube, even though I don't have many subscribers, people tell me, man, you should have been blow up by now. Why do you have like such a small amount of subscribers? I believe you're going to blow up. And I believe it too. However, what you need to understand is that a seed, when it's planted into the ground, it needs to have dirt thrown on it, and nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to see that seed under the dirt for a while it's growing, and you have to water it every day. You have to put fertilizer on it. You have to make sure it gets the right amount of sunlight. You got to make sure that everything is right so that you can enjoy the fruits of the labor of the fruits of that seed later on. So it's the same thing with your 20s. If you think that your 20s are for you to party and have fun and do all these things chasing short-term pleasure, then at the end of the day, you're going to be 30 years old looking back regretting, why did I do that? Why did I just chase pleasure and just chase fun for my 20s when I should have just been grinding, invested in myself, learning skills, learning how to talk to people, learning how to sell? See, when you're 30 years old, you are going to be much prouder of yourself if you put your head down and you sacrifice for those years. You're going to say, wow, that's amazing. Look at that. I'm proud of my older self because I am the man I am today because of him. See, you're going to look at yourself like that. But in the moment, when you're 20, when you're 16, when you're young, it's going to feel like, well, this is boring. Well, everyone's partying, everyone's having fun. Understand this one saying: live like nobody else now so you can live like nobody else later. If you're living like everybody else now, then you're going to live like everybody else later. Meaning everybody, what do they do in their 20s? The majority of people, they party hard, they have fun. And I'm not saying you can't have fun, I'm not saying you can't party occasionally, but it should not be your main priority when you're young. Your main priority when you're young is to build the landing strip for your plane to take off when you're 30. So your plane can go ahead and catch air because you spent the time doing what it takes. So live like nobody else now so you can. My phone cut me off because I was low on video storage. But what I was saying, live like nobody else now so you can live like nobody else later. Meaning, while everyone else is out partying, chasing short-term pleasure, you're delaying gratification, you're working, you're investing in yourself, you're making YouTube videos, you're learning how to sell, you're learning how to speak, you're learning how to communicate so that you can communicate your ideas better, so that you can persuade others, so that you can provide value to everyone else's life instead of thinking about yourself. Because when you're out partying, when you're out chasing short-term pleasure, you're thinking about yourself as opposed to thinking about your future self, as opposed to thinking about others. When you think about others, meaning you're thinking of how can I provide more value to others, because when you're working a 9 to 5, you're not providing much value to others, and that's why your pay is relative to what you provide. What is the value that you provide? But once you can provide value to a large scale of people, meaning you can sell a product that will change people's lives, or you can provide value on YouTube and change people's lives, you will be compensated, even if it takes way longer, even if it's a long-term investment, even if for years, just like a seed, nobody sees you, nobody's watching you. You seem like this is all going to shit. Am I even going to get a return on my investment? I promise you, if you put in the effort, you will get a return on your investment, but you just have to be patient. You just have to have a long-term mindset, and you have to have a vision that is unwavering. I have a vision that is unwavering, meaning I see myself being of service, being of value to many, many, many people's lives, changing people's lives, helping them with the problems that they have. Because at one point in my life, I wish I had someone like myself. I had many questions growing up. I had many things that I didn't know growing up. And I wish I had someone telling me exactly what I tell you guys every single day. And now that I am the man that I am today, I have an unwavering vision to help many, 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 many people. And I don't care how long it takes. Like I tell you guys all the time, when you want something, when you want to manifest something, you have to act as if you already have it. So when people ask me how come I post so much and I don't have many subscribers? See, here's the thing. I already see myself in possession of all those subscribers. So I act as if I do. Because imagine if I didn't. Imagine if I was on here and just because I let the amount of subscribers dictate how I act, then I wouldn't even post anything because I'd be like, well, it doesn't matter. I don't really have a lot of subscribers. No, in my mind, I already have a lot of subscribers. And if I had a lot of subscribers, would I be posting every day? Okay, so I'm going to post every day regardless, and the subscribers will come, meaning I have a long-term vision. My vision is unwavering. Nobody can break my vision. My vision is locked in until I am where I want to be. So in order for you to get to where you want to be, you have to invest long-term. You have to have a long-term mindset. You have to think about things in the grand scheme of things. Is what I'm doing today contributing to where I'm going to be later on in the future? Because partying, drinking, doing drugs, if you're 16 and in high school, shit, I did it, bro. I did all those things. And if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, I'm going to drop the link down below. I'm going to drop all the uncensored content, all the craziest advice you can think of, all the things that every guy ever dreams of or thinks about. How can I learn this? I'm going to drop it down below my Patreon and my Instagram. I'm going to post every single day. But like I was saying, you have to have a vision that is unwavering. Think about yourself, visualize, and ask yourself, is what I'm doing today contributing and benefiting to the long-term plan? Because in this world, you can't have something for nothing. There is no such thing as something for nothing. You can't have I can't have subscribers without giving up my time. I can't have subscribers without risking the fact of me investing a lot of time and not getting any return on my investment, not getting paid from it, not getting any subscribers. But guess what? This world is something for something, meaning I have to invest something, I have to sacrifice something. Like right now, I have to sacrifice my time so that in the future, I can get something in return. So what do you want? Lock in on that vision and ask yourself, what do I have to give up? Because 9 times out of 10, the partying has to go, the drinking has to go, the chasing women has to go, the drugs have to go. All these things, they have to go. Why? Because they're detracting. They're taking away from your long-term goal. They're taking away from what you could be because it's not adding to it. It's not purposeful. Is partying purposeful? No. Is drinking purposeful? No. Is doing drugs purposeful? No. Is talking with your friends about bullshit purposeful? No. What is purposeful? What is your purpose to begin with? Your purpose is something that you would do regardless of if you got paid for it or not. Just like me, this is my purpose. I don't care. This is me displaying my purpose online every single day. I don't get paid from this, but even if I didn't get paid, this is what I would do. So if I get paid for it, cool. If I don't, whatever. Same thing with you. You have a purpose, and that purpose is something that you're going to do for the rest of your life, regardless of if you got paid for it or not. If you can't figure it out, if you can't think about what it is, it'll come to you. But sometimes it's just staring you right in the face, and you're like, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's staring you right in the face, brother. But you just have to be observant enough, and you have to get rid of all those distractions, because all that partying and drinking, that's distracting you. If you don't know what your purpose is, you need to lock in. You cannot be sitting around wasting time talking with your friends about bullshit. You can't be doing that. Why? Because you don't even know what your purpose is, brother. And I say that with love. You need to make sure you figure out your purpose. Living a life without purpose is literally the recipe to living a life where you're not content with life, where you're constantly chasing happiness. So ask yourself, how do you ask yourself if something is purposeful? Is this contributing to the long term vision? This right here, it's purposeful. Why? Because it's contributing to my long term vision. I'm learning how to provide value to others. I'm learning how to speak in a more engaging way. I'm learning how to communicate. I'm learning how to sell you guys on my ideas and have you guys see the value in what it is that I think so that you guys can think about it and you guys can also get value from that. So this is purposeful. Is me doing drugs right now, is it going to be purposeful? No, because that's not my purpose. My purpose is to help young men, to help others in the world that are lost and need guidance and need someone to be a strong figure in their life to show them a better way to life, a better way from someone who was addicted to a bunch of substances. And now I have become a much better version of myself. So this is purposeful. Doing drugs is not very purposeful.